What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today, so hit that subscribe, hit that like. Cardano ADA 24-hour trade volume surpasses $1.5 billion according to CoinGecko. Night Token 24-hour trade volume hits nearly $300 million, ranking number 29 overall, surpassing Algorand, Ethereum Classic, Kaspa, Polygon, and VeChain combined. Good to see that. And Night Token 24-hour trade volume surpassing $13.6 million on Cardano DEXs, highlighting increased throughput on Cardano DeFi. Night Token also entered the top 100 in less than 24 hours. I saw it go as high as in the mid-70s on CoinGecko, which is fantastic. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson says the midnight launch was the single best event in the history of Cardano Native Tokens. I agree, it's been an excellent launch, really exceeded my expectations, and I think we're just getting started. I'm really excited about the Tier 1 integrations. BitMart announces listing Night Token, another exchange we're likely going to see a lot more. Bitget, with over 120 million users, integrates Night perpetual futures with up to 25x leverage. KuCoin, with over 40 million users, ranks Night as their best performer in the last 24 hours. Midnight Testnet surpasses 300,000 transactions, highlighting rising developer and community activity. Midnight Explorer delivers lightning-fast search, optimized transaction and block views, Pool Explorer, analytic charts, night price tracking, and much more. Great website, by the way. Really nice design. Coin Bureau says Cardano is up big in 24 hours, leading high cap altcoins with trading volume soaring 72%. LunarCrush, with real-time metrics on social activity, trends, sentiment, and influence, highlights Cardano among top performing sectors. Good stuff. Coinbase Wrapped ADA, or cbADA, surpasses 1.9 million transactions, showcasing rising demand in cross-chain Cardano. Charles Hoskinson says we have some announcements on integrations. Tier 1 integrations are coming across the board. They're kind of a necessity. So that's the whole point of the Pentad. Night is the tip of the spear with that. Charles says more exchanges will come online over the next 60 days. A few more domestic in the United States. Then the internationals will start coming online like Japan and others. He's given us some hints. Charles says Night has an overwhelming level of volume, greater than every other CNT combined. The makers are just starting to turn on, trading is just starting, and the FDV is about $1.5 billion, which I think is more than all other CNTs combined. Charles says Minswap and SundaeSwap are actually a meaningful percentage of Night trading volume for the first time ever on any asset in the Cardano ecosystem with respect to larger exchanges. Of course, highlighting the surge in Cardano DEXs, so you see it's a win-win. Charles says Night is absolutely dominant on the chain, and it shows that Cardano can launch a multi-billion-dollar project on Cardano and get listed on Binance, and here's the key, starting with Alpha, and then as mainnet launches, the other products. So he's kind of hinting at Binance spot listing and much more around the corner. Charles says we got to a roadmap and a technology stack that we feel will be the tech stack of the future. Night is the first fourth generation cryptocurrency, and there's 4 phases to this launch. It's just the beginning of a long and methodical march. Charles says there's so many cool things coming with the next phase where we turn on the federated mainnet and the incentivized testnet and then turn on everything to begin the hybrid dApps with each ecosystem. Charles says the next 9 months brings new things never seen before in crypto, true hybrid applications, multi-resource consensus, post-quantum folding schemes, advancing all zero-knowledge stacks, and creating a natural, easy way for people to get their privacy back. Charles says Midnight is probably the fastest growing, most vocal project we've ever built because it is so needed by so many people. It's nice to have tools to push back in a rational way, something to give to every blockchain. Charles says what makes Midnight so special is the fact that Midnight is for everyone. It has equal application to Solana users, Avalanche users, Ethereum users, Binance users, Cardano users, Bitcoin users, and everyone else in between. Charles says Midnight is a $1 billion ecosystem heading to a $10 billion ecosystem. Right now, it's just the Cardano Native Token. Tomorrow, Midnight's going to be something bigger and beyond. And of course, we know that Midnight is a partner chain to Cardano, and there will be more. So Midnight is a fantastic case study of you can launch a successful project on Cardano. And I think we're just getting started for all the benefits like dual stake rewards, tier 1 integrations, boosting DEX throughput, and a lot more. And here we see it. Cardanians reporting that Cardano daily on-chain volume on DEXs has jumped to 28.8 million ADA. It is more than 9 times the average volume from the previous week. Most of the volume traded is on Native Token, but volume on other Cardano tokens is growing as well. Nice to see increasing trading activity. What else is going on? Well, the Federal Reserve did cut interest rates by 25 basis points and will buy $40 billion worth of treasury bills over the next 30 days starting on December 12th. I think this is really bullish. Jerome Powell goes on to say that reserve management purchases may remain elevated for a few months, though the actual pace will depend on market conditions. So a little junior QE, buying up some treasury bills, sounds good to me, sounds bullish to me. Elon Musk confirms SpaceX plans to IPO. That will be in 2026. POTUS says the stock market should continue to go up. We'll see what happens. Take it with a grain of salt. Even with this, Goldman Sachs predicts gold will reach $4,900 by the end of 2026. And we see left and right politicians jumping in to buy Bitcoin. America Bitcoin buys 416 Bitcoin worth $38 million. Even Vivek is jumping in to raise $500 million via Strive to purchase more Bitcoin. Alex Becker, it's a zesty tweet, but he's Alex, I'm Alex, we're all Alex. He says $25,000 Ethereum by Christmas. Unlikely, but let's bring back a little bit of that bullish momentum. Why not? I don't mind this because if it did even head in that trajectory, it's good for Cardano, it's good for XRP, it's good for Midnight, and a lot more. So ADA at 4.3, not too bad. Midnight, he was dancing with 8 cents, kind of down to 6 cents. XRP, I consider XRP when it goes below $2 basically reaching to its pre-50 cent levels when it starts dancing with $1.70 to $2. Same with the ADA. I think that ADA is basically near its bear market lows. And so I do think that it's extremely undervalued. A lot of great valued projects right now. So I'm excited. I know a lot of people are kind of losing their mind on the semantics and this and that and crying on the timeline basically. I'm really focused on the Fuego news because I'm really excited for the months ahead for Midnight and how that will continue to benefit DEXs, tier 1 integrations, USDC, oracles, things like this that will actually benefit our ecosystem to cross-pollinate and really set that infrastructure and open up Cardano to no longer be an island. And I think that Midnight has already turned many heads that doubted Cardano, proving that you can launch a big project on Cardano. So my shout out definitely goes to Charles. I would say I just love the confidence. I love that actually the delivery was massive. I think that it exceeded my expectations. Let me know, guys. What do you think of the launch? Did it meet or exceed your expectations? What are you excited for in the future? I do think that we will see USDC and some really cool integrations, cool announcements. So will we head towards a $10 billion ecosystem for Midnight? Let me know what are your price predictions for the market cap of Midnight and even Cardano. Will we hit some new all-time highs in altcoin season, or is it just going to continue to go sideways? We'll continue to watch the market, cover the Fuego news, and guys, stay positive. Smash that subscribe, smash that like. I'll see you guys in the next Angry Crypto Show.